We often read in the financial media about strategic asset allocation. It's essentially about predicting which asset classes are about to perform well and which will fare poorly. But it's extremely difficult to do. Former hedge fund manager Victor Hagani says most investors should simply choose a suitable asset allocation and stick with it.
A static asset allocation gets you so far to the optimal that it really is the practical thing for almost everybody to do, to choose an asset allocation that they think they'll be comfortable with over the long term. So that's kind of bringing in their own risk aversion and then sticking to it. It's simple, it's easy to implement, it's easier to stick to, it takes out these demons that get into our head as we see what's going on in the world around us, and it gets us most of the way, very much most of the way, to an optimal solution. So I think that's what most people should be doing.
But there is a problem. Your asset allocation will automatically change over time. Say, for example, equities go on a good run. Then they'll form a bigger part of your portfolio as a result. That's why it makes sense periodically to rebalance and restore the original asset allocation.
We have to rebalance, otherwise we drift away from where we want to be. And we wrote a paper on this, that even if rebalancing incurs the cost of paying taxes now that you might otherwise pay in the future, getting to where is right for you is really quite important. I mean, having too much risk or too little risk is okay when it's a little bit, but when it starts to move quite far away, it's really a very big cost to your expected utility or expected risk-adjusted return, or just to what you should be getting.
Opinions vary as to when and how often you should rebalance. The important thing, says Victor Hagani, is just to do it.
Whether it's quarterly or annually, I don't think matters that much, as long as it's done. I think it's important also to do it in a disciplined way, not to do it as a backdoor way of expressing your subjective views about what's going to happen to the market.
The best thing then is to choose the appropriate asset allocation and simply rebalance periodically. And don't be tempted to try to second guess the market and change it.